Do you dream of showing up in a bigger way and bringing your magic and your medicine to more people? Do you want to call in more clients and earn more money, make a really good living doing what you love? Well, I've got you, because in today's episode, I'm going to talk about how you can dial up your magnetism to do exactly that. My name is Tertia, and this is the Feminine Embodiment Podcast for spiritual business owners. It's a show where I teach you how to show up more confidently, how to tap into your feminine power for success, and how to work in more embodied ways. Now, we can use the natural intelligence of our bodies to dial up our magnetism. And it's a skill that everyone can learn, like learning how to ride a bicycle, and it's something that I love supporting my clients and my students with. So I have a regular magnetism practice that I do, and I actually did one this morning before recording this episode. So in the episode today, I want to give you the lowdown on magnetism, how you can start tapping and dialing up your own magnetism. Make sure that you stay until the end, because I have 2 practices that you can do this week to start cranking up your magnetism muscle. So I want to start with just giving a definition and an explanation of what magnetism is, so that we know what we're talking about. Now, magnetism is something that we can already see in nature. It's something that exists in abundance around us. And you can think of magnetism as a relationship between 2 things. So a relationship between 2 poles, like the North and the South Pole, a relationship between 2 places, and a relationship between 2 fields. So these fields are in relationship towards each other, and they are responding to each other. The moon is a big magnetic body that affects the tides of the ocean. We have things like compasses that can give us direction and show us where to go, working with the natural magnetic field of the earth. In the animal kingdom, you have birds that migrate south in winter, for example, and they also use this magnetic field of the earth to navigate with. And then one of my most favorite examples of magnetism in nature are bees and flowers, and how bees, or rather how a flower effortlessly calls in and attracts bees to them. So they don't need to do anything other than just being the flower. And it is the relationship between the bee and the flower that creates that dynamic. And our bodies also has an electromagnetic field. So the Heart Math Institute has done a lot of research about that. One of the things that they found, which is fascinating, is that our hearts has an electromagnetic field that's about 60 times stronger than that of our minds. And it also extends around our bodies for a meter, which is about 3 feet. So this means that whenever we are in close proximity to someone else, we are actively affecting and in relationship with their electromagnetic field. And now when it comes to the magnetism of our bodies, you can think of that magnetism as one of our feminine superpowers. The more that we come into our bodies and open ourselves to the feminine, the more we dial up our natural ability to be magnetic. Our default thinking often in the world, in so many of our cultures, is that if we want something, then we just have to work harder. We have to effort more. But it completely disregards a very key, important component in this, and that is the body. Because the relationship that you have towards your desire is going to, whatever is in the field between you and your desire is going to have an impact on the amount of success and ease that you have in calling in that desire and drawing that desire towards you. So if we go back to magnetism being a relationship between two poles. You can think of your body as the one pole, and you can think of your desire, the goal that you have, as the other pole, and the field in between you, the alignment that's in that field, and how your body feels about this goal is going to determine the ease. Let's see if we can make this a little bit more practical. You can, for example, say you want to call in for more clients, but it just feels a little bit out of reach. And then perhaps if we begin to explore what is beneath the surface, what is it that you're holding in your body, it might be that you're afraid that you're not going to have the capacity to add 4 new clients to your roster. You might fear that they're going to want too much from you. You're at capacity. You don't have anything more to give. You might have this desire that you want to have more money. But then if we dive into what is your body holding, it might be that the responsibilities that come with money, that you're afraid that it's going to be too much for you, that you won't be able to handle it. It might be that people are going to start demanding too much of you. It might be that people will be disappointed in you. So there are so many different layers and dynamics inside that we hold in our internal world that has an effect on our desires in the outside world, that affects the field between us. And so even if your conscious mind goes, yes, I want this. This is my goal. This is what I'm going to go after. I want to start posting more regularly on social media. I want to call in for clients. I want to have 10K months. I want to start speaking, get invited to start speaking on stages. So you have these goals and your conscious mind goes, yes, that's what I want. But inside your body, you're a secret no. This is a term that I heard from Jenna Ward, that secret no that we have, that it's going to be too much or that we won't be able to handle it. It's effectively creating a distortion in the field. Practically, it feels like your desires are just always out of reach. They're looming over the horizon, and it doesn't seem to matter what you do, they always just stay out of reach. What also happens is our actions start becoming convoluted. Our actions start becoming unaligned. We start doing things that don't really take us closer to what it is that we think we want if our body is not in alignment. So the work is to sincerely explore what are the internal dynamics? What is it that you are available for? And this is what I teach my students in my Magnetic Visibility Accelerator. When we clean out the distortion that is in the field, we not only start taking aligned actions, so we start doing those things that bring us closer to our goals with more ease, but it's also as if the world and the universe starts to conspire with us. So this is when you start seeing all those green lights and you're getting that DM that slides into your inbox at just the right time. We start connecting with opportunities that, fall out of the sky, out of the blue. We have these amazing opportunities and these coincidences that get us closer and closer to our goals with less effort. And that is the idea behind dialing up our magnetism. What you're going to find is if you are not available for that thing that you say you desire, if there's something that's distorting the field, you might still take the right actions. You know what it is that you need to do, but it's going to feel as if you're pulling yourself by the hair. So if you desire to bring in more ease, to turn up your natural magnetism and to tap into this feminine superpower, here are 2 practices that you can do for this week. So the first practice is the practice of awareness, to find out what is your relationship towards your desire. What is your body holding towards your desire? Are you available, truly and sincerely available for that thing that you say you want. You can close your eyes to help focus your awareness and just notice when you think about your desire, when you feel into it, what happens inside your body. Where is your desire in relationship to you when you think about it? How far away from you is it? Is it in front of you? Is it behind you? This is then data that you can begin to work with, because it's going to be so telling what you find. And there's no right or wrong or preferable image or sensation or idea that's supposed to come up. It's going to be different for everyone, but that's the data set that you then begin to work with. So awareness is key here. The second practice that you then do when you have this awareness is you begin to look for evidence, look for proof and evidence of that thing that you desire. What you want to do is you want to start strengthening the signal, this GPS compass signal of yours. Begin to make it stronger by looking for evidence, either in other people's lives or in your own life, of this abundance and this thing already existing. For examples are where you've received things with ease, examples of past experiences that worked out, where perhaps you might now realize that you are afraid of the outcome. What you're doing is you're showing your nervous system that it's safe for you to receive this. It's safe for you to clear what is in the field between you and that desire, so that you can call it towards you with more ease. I'd love to hear from you after this week, once you've done these two practices. Share with me what your feeling and your relationship towards your desire was. Share with me the evidence and the proof that you discovered this week to show you how it is possible for you, that this abundance exists and that the universe can conspire as you call this desire towards you. And if you enjoyed this episode, then do me a favor, share it on your socials and tag me so that I can give you a shout out. Thank you so much for joining me today. Before I go, I want to ask you if you have done my visibility archetype quiz yet. It is a quiz where you will discover your visibility archetype and how you can become more consistent, more confident, and more magnetic in how you show up. I'll leave all the links for you in the show notes. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.